Hey guys, my name is Cydnei Chyan and I'm vibing with the One Vibe.
All right, what's good, everybody? This is the One Vibe interview series presented to you by Vibes by Us. My name is Spence. As always, I have the beautiful Markia with me, and today we got a young viber in the building. Miss Cydnei Chyan, what's going on?
What's up? What's
Talk
up?
to me.
How
Hey
y'all
girl,
doing?
hey, we good. How you doing?
I'm blessed, never stressed.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It's the
Looking good.
holiday
It
season.
is.
So how you feeling this season? What are you most thankful for?
I'm thankful for a lot of stuff, but I'm feeling good. You know, I'm thankful for family and a lot of the lessons that I've learned this year. My birthday is in January, so
January what? Throw it out
Capricorn, you're a Capricorn.
Yes.
I felt the energy, boo. January
there. Go with
15th.
the astrology. I got school.
Yeah, you gotta
January
learn. You gotta learn astrology. But yeah, so towards the end of the year, I start getting restless, start getting nervous, cause you know it's a new year. Plus, I'm turning a new age. But Christmas is my favorite time of the year, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
With your pink on, too.
Yeah.
That's kind of player, right?
Thank you,
It's like
Get me
Capricorn
one of those.
energy.
girl.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
You excluded now.
When's your
How you
birthday?
doing? December 12th. I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
I know that much. Y'all ain't got no problems with the Sagittarius.
No, Sagittarius are
Sagittarius.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
we
know
vibe
how
with a
y'all
Sag.
be kinda,
And we don't even get along with people like that, but we get along with y'all.
Like,
special.
you're very
Special.
right.
Yeah.
That's
so
correct.
true.
So, Miss Cydney,
Yes.
tell me where your passion for music comes from.
Writing. I started writing when I was really little, like poetry and stories, and just writing my feelings because I'm not a very emotional like person verbally. So that's where I started. And then I was in choir in like school and stuff. I was so scared. I had stage fright really bad. So I never really like sang like that. I knew I could hold a note in the shower and stuff like that. And then one day, like, I just started like singing. And when I moved here in 2013, that's when I really started like, okay, I could do this. Like, I started really like vibing into my own type of music and things like that.
Started coming out of that shell. a little bit,
Exactly,
getting into
exactly.
the comfort zone.
What did that for you though?
Well, my cousin, he's a producer here, and like, so it's funny because I moved here when I was 3, but me and my mom, we moved back to Indianapolis my sophomore year of high school. So I was like super into books, trying to be a lawyer, like I was super focused. And then what happened was when I graduated, I went to school for a little bit, and then I got into fashion. And that's kind of what started, like I started to realize I could paint, draw, like, and then my creative side started to unravel. So when I got here, he was producing, so I started helping him write stuff and just do different things. And I got in the studio, and then it got like, I was like, okay.
It was like a snowball effect.
Yeah,
almost.
exactly.
Okay. So what made you stick to the music side? Because you said you paint, you draw. So what stood out to you about the music?
Well, okay, so I know how to paint and I know how to draw, but I'm not about to say like I'm Picasso or anything like that. But when I went to the Art Institute, one of the things we had to do was like we had to do all of that stuff, like color theory, all that stuff. So I learned that. But music, it's always been my passion. And like once I got on stage for the first time, it was like, and I actually like wasn't scared. It was just something that I knew was like in me. It was just something like shit. I don't.
It felt natural.
I'm like, ooh. But yeah, so that's what happened. Like it was just like the minute I got on stage, it's like, oh yeah, this is for me. This is what I'm doing. This is me. Yeah.
You got any major influences?
Yeah, my mom. Hip hop is a major influence for me. Like my mom
Shout out my
played
dudes.
Scarface, Heavy D. Like I mean, my
Okay.
mom is into huge '90s hip hop,
Yeah.
and it's funny because like lyrically, like that's kind of where I get my inspiration from. But I watched Beyonce from like little to now. Like I still watch her. I watched American Idol. Like I was just always into music and stuff like that. Just growing up, like nobody sang or anything in my household, but like we're just like a musical type of family. So
That's dope.
yeah. Seriously, I'm not with this one right here.
We're supposed to be cool.
I'm sorry.
Finish your pink shirt. I'll see.
Okay.
Keep it playing. Okay, so let me ask you, Miss Cydney, you working on anything right now? What can the people expect from you coming up?
Yes, I'm actually about to release a single. It's called Peace. Peace is my baby, actually, so I'm super excited about that. And then I'm working on a project, hopefully, dropping early 2020. I just kind of really been developing my craft, kind of chilling out, really trying to like develop my sound and make sure that when I come back out, because I do have music on platforms and stuff like that, but I want to like really like, I'm a perfectionist, and I know they say you can't be perfect, but I want that shit to be as close to perfect. Exactly. Exactly. Facts.
So what does your process when you're getting in that vibe in the studio or creating this single or your baby, like what was that process like? What did it look like?
Well, peace came from a whole lot of heartbreak. I am not even gonna lie, but I wrote the song, like how I create is more like freestyle based. Like I really rarely will spend more than like a couple days on a song because I already have the melody. 9 times out of 10 I already have like either the hook or like how I want it to go or most of the words. So then it's just about filling in, it's just about telling my story. I really like to freestyle, and I'm working on like sitting and writing more so that I can actually develop it a little better, because I know when you're freestyling, like sometimes things don't come out the way you want them to because it's like off the dome. But that's just like, it's kind of like a hobby to me. It's a sport. Like you just kind of like what words can rhyme together, how you can put your story together, and all. Yeah, exactly.
So you working on your strategy portion.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are there any other challenges you're facing with your craft that you are working to develop that you?
Yeah, all of them. I mean, I feel like singing, music, shit, anything. Like I feel like even when you perfect one thing, it's just something else that you need to perfect. And like I was just talking to him actually, but we were just talking, I was saying like one thing that I want to do with music is I want to be so educated in it in every aspect. So producing to writing to even, the business side, because one, I don't want to get screwed over, you know what I mean? And eventually I want to share my platform to be able to give other people platforms. So you want to have that business mind. So I'm into it all. Like I'm trying to like be doing all of it. Yeah.
So how would you describe that journey in general? Like you're just building your craft and yourself up. How's that journey been?
Oh, it has been crazy. One, like when you're going through like, okay, because this is what I believe. And I just started believing this. I just started really getting in tune with things. But the first thing it starts with is yourself. Like you going through that journey with yourself to make sure that you know exactly who you are to be able to get what you want, And for me, I thought it was crazy for a long time. I mean, I thought it was crazy because things were just not happening the way I wanted them to. But then I started to realize like, oh no, Sid, you're something, like you have to get your shit together. Like you just have to get it together. And I think like now, like more and more, I spend a lot of time with myself. And it's just funny because like I used to listen to a lot of outside people like, no, do this, no, do this, no, do this, no, do this. And when you listen to so many people, like it's hard for you to even know like really what you think. And the best thing is to follow your intuition. And I think that's what I'm doing right now in the journey of me following my intuition and really like strengthening that. So then I could be like, oh, okay, I've seen you before. I know what this feels like. Oh no, this is not right for me. No, this is a good decision for me, because music is scary and you definitely have to have like all your lights on, all your headlights on. You gotta stay on your P's and Q's. So yeah.
People don't know a lot of times to really gain that clarity, especially that clarity within yourself, you kind of do have to distance yourself from everything that's going on around you.
Exactly.
Everybody that's pulling in all these different directions. So
that's a fact. That's a fact. Thank you. That's a fact.
So when you distance yourself from those negative vibes, what did you surround yourself with? What helped you?
It's so funny because I think because I'm such a people person, usually when I lose people come back. Like somebody comes around that's like, and like what ended up happening was like I started to, okay, this is what I believe. Like if you're at a happy point in your life, you're gonna attract happy people. If you're at a sad point in your life, you're gonna, if you're at a goal-oriented part in your life, you're gonna attract nothing but people that are trying to be on that same thing. And so I started attracting people that were trying to find themselves, but in a healthy way. I won't necessarily say that I'm just like, oh, so like enlightened and all this stuff, but I definitely, now that I've cut off a lot of the negativity, I'm starting to get what I was giving out.
Absolutely.
from other people, you know, even if it's just small relationships or if it's a text message that it's just like, hey Sid, have a good day. Like before I wouldn't get none of that. It was more like, I'm having a bad day, Sid, I need X, Y, and Z from you. What are you doing to help me? But now it's like I could just sit back and be me, and people are like gravitating to that and actually helping me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you like give us a little bit more insight on what it's like being a woman in this industry? Because I know you face more challenges than the males that's trying to accomplish the same things that you are.
I hate that too, because it's like,
I do too.
and I was like, but I mean, no, it's true. I think the hardest thing is when you're independent and when you're really trying to stand for something in this, especially in Atlanta, because I feel like the industry is male dominated, definitely, but in Atlanta it's super male dominated, one, and two, it's a hip hop world, you know, like it's, so when you're a singer and you're this, exactly, and when you're just you, like, and you don't have, like, you're not coming out with a whole bunch of like extra stuff going on, it is, exactly, it is really hard for you to set yourself apart, one, and to be taken seriously. And then also it's hard for people to, because a lot of people don't want to deal with females because of the stigma that goes